Hi guys, and welcome to the course again. My name is Oksana, and I'm a postdoc here at the IoT lab in Kalmar. The background is our campus here. I work together with Fredrik, Neda, Arslan, David, most of the teachers that you're gonna meet in this course. And today I thought we will walk through the study guide and some important checkpoints before the course starts. So let's go straight into that. And let's see here. Do you like that? Yes, so this is the landing page of the course in Canvas. We use Canvas to a minimum. This is the view when you're not logged in. So even if you haven't sorted out with the LNU student account, it's okay. You have access to this web page and this study guide, of course, without logging in. Then when you will log in, you will also have access to the schedule, to the list of the course lectures, and the login feature will be available once the course starts, which is on the 3rd of June, on Monday. But here are the first steps to get started. You can watch this welcome video on YouTube. Fredrik recorded it from Hong Kong, so it's really fun to follow him walking around there, and just introduces the course a little bit. And the next step is reading the study guide. This is what we're going to do today, and then set you up on Discord. Of course, ordering hardware, as this is a practical course and you will need it. And sometimes it takes a while depending on what you want. Then step 5 is checking the schedule. What you need to keep in mind then is that we will start with the kickoff on Monday, 3rd of June at 11:15, and you should get the link both in Discord and then later here in Canvas in the schedule section. So, but pin that in your calendar, please be there. And after that, you can dig into the course lectures, made a playlist for you. Here all the live sessions will end up, as well as the recorded lectures. So still working on that, but you can start watching some introductory basics for the first week if you want that. Here will also be the link for the recap sessions every week. Let's dig into this study guide. It's a little bit updated from previous years. Let's see here. And it's pretty long. So that's why I created too long didn't read. So the most important thing then is that this course is practical, hands-on. You will need to complete a project. You will need to present your project, and that project needs to be something physical with actual hardware. You will be graded on certain different factors, different elements of the course, examination moments, so you can call them different things. The course language is English, another important thing. Then a lot of you are in Sweden, maybe Swedish native speakers, but a lot of you also aren't. So let's just focus on that. Keep it in English, be polite, remember the Queen's language. Anyway, we use Discord for a lot of course information, as you figured out. Canvas also has a lot of features which you maybe have used in previous courses. We try to only use it for the examination parts. It's a course platform which is integrated with LNU account. But for faster communication, we picked Discord as the communication platform for the course. Also remember that peer review. There will be a peer review of your project. You will also peer review someone else's project. Yes, it is mandatory for the course. If life gets in the way and you don't complete the course now, there will be a re-examination chance in August after all the vacations, but please don't postpone something you can you can do today, so you don't have to think about sensors and microcontrollers on your vacation. Then everyone has, of course, different ambition for the course. We understand that some of you just, okay, I just want to pass, or again, if something gets in your way and maybe you can't do the ambitious project that you wanted in the beginning, but you want to get your basic grade. Here will be the mandatory things. You have to do things on time, and you have to complete a project of a complexity level 1. We will talk about that. Yeah, here you will have the link to this recording. Otherwise, this document you will always have during the course, so please refer to it before asking a question. Just do a search on this page. Maybe maybe some of them are already answered. Then plan your studies already now. Again, some of you are working. There's a lot of professionals that are working as developers or even within IoT that taking the courses to develop their skills. Some of you have other maybe things that you need to do in your regular program if you're still a student. So already now, after this session, put in some important things into your calendar, which will be strongly suggested that you are present on this weekly kickoffs and recap sessions. We will start with the course kickoff on Monday, and then it will repeat weekly at the same time. You will meet your teachers and all your teaching assistants on Monday. We will answer questions live if you have them. Of course, it will be possible to watch it in recording if you can't be present live. But this is something that is good to attend to keep track of changes, get your questions answered, and make sure that you're on track. We will introduce every week with what we're going to focus on, and then on the recap sessions, again, it will be a Q&A live, and we will also wrap up the week to see, okay, how are you doing based on your activity on Discord and the questions that TAs were getting during the week. Yes. Then next thing. All right. Interact with other students and your teachers and teaching assistants on Discord. Yes, Discord is not an official learning platform, but again, this is a pretty large course. There are almost 300 of you, if I remember correctly. So we really need to stick to some kind of strategy in communicating. And we encourage you to participate live on all of the workshops that will also be on Discord and in different channels with different topics. Feel free to both ask and answer questions on Discord. So if you see that someone is struggling with some technical issue and you know the answer, don't be afraid. Just help out. No need to wait for a TA to do that. Don't be shy to ask any whatever stupid you may think question. So again, we can't emphasize it enough. Ask. Just ask, whatever it is. And of course, yeah, again, answer. And when you do that, again, very important, positive attitude and have fun. We are here to learn. We are here to have fun tinkering with new hardware. We are here to do our fun projects, and we are here to collaborate. Yes, the projects are individual. We're all distributed, sitting at home or at your school, doing this actual hands-on part, but you're encouraged to collaborate, maybe even create small groups. If you're working on the same thing, share your experiences when you make these projects happen. And yeah, stay kind to each other. I hope that is obvious. Even if you give feedback or you're frustrated with us or with each other with your project, just yeah, keep a positive attitude, be polite at any times. Hopefully the classy English language will will help you with that. Yes, here's a link to a bill of material. So things that sometimes take a while to be delivered. There is a starting kit from our partner ElectroKit that you can purchase. It says here that is not in stock. This is encouraging, but they are saying that they will solve this issue, and they know about us. And this includes the basic components that we recommend for a basic project. We're going to go through that later. And then there is also an add-on kit. So if you're slightly more ambitious with your project, and then even sensor packages. This is not. These are just recommendations, even the start kit. So here we recommend using Raspberry Pi Pico, important, not Raspberry Pi a mini computer, Raspberry Pi microcontroller. But you're free to use a different stack like Arduino or something else, as long as it's a microcontroller, not a more complex device, and the microcontroller that has access to internet can connect to Wi-Fi. So this is the minimum that will make it easier for you to do the project. It is okay to use hardware that you have laying around, as long as it fulfills the requirements. You're allowed to use whatever sensors you like. Again, just your imagination is the limit. If you're still not sure, okay, can I use this hardware? Should I buy this? Should I not buy this? Again, ask in Discord. Then a little more on Discord. Then here is our communication guidelines. So most importantly, we still have Frederick with us, even though he's delegating a lot of part of this course. He is still course responsible. He will be the one grading you. He will be the one reporting your grades later. So if you have something specific that you need to discuss, if especially like after the course, maybe forgot to put your grade in, or you're sick and you need to apply for leave, whatever, this is what you can email him about. Otherwise, please don't. So in short, there are a lot of you, and he just can't handle this the flow of direct messages. The same thing is goes for Discord. We will not be teachers or teaching assistants will not be accepting friend requests or direct messages. It quickly becomes unsustainable if everyone emails or asks DMs us, because there are a lot of you, and also every question usually can be relatable by someone else. It is important to share. It is important to write them in public channels, which people can then search through. Then it is also easy to get lost in Discord. That is okay. Maybe you're fine on your own to the large extent, but for the very least, read course announcement channel. Very important. In case something changes, some kind of deadline moves, or some other important announcement, that's where we will broadcast it. And please add a reaction so we know that you have seen it, and especially the pinned post. So we will pin the most important things. Here are the deadlines that you're again strongly encouraged to already now put in your calendar, so you plan your work. The course starts on the 3rd of June, and that's 5th of July. We're going for 5 weeks, and all of the course tasks need to be completed before the course ends. All right. And what are these tasks? The first, the most important thing, think about is the written description of your project. It's your report, which is in the form of tutorial. It needs to be submitted for peer review on the 30th of June. It doesn't have to be 100% completed then, but maybe 90%. So you can get as much feedback as possible, and you can fix it before the final submission, which will be a week later. Last week of the course will be basically solely for writing on your report, fixing some last small things, and also presenting your project to one of the teachers at an assigned time. In the meanwhile, there is some overlap here. As you can see, we're giving you a weekend and 2 working days to read another person's peer review and submit feedback to them. So they also have some time to fix it before final submission. So this is the flow. Course staff, we are 4 main teachers: Fredrik, Neda, Oksana, and Arslan. Arslan is partially on parental leave, so we'll see how much he will be participating, but you will probably see him at the project presentations for the very least. And Neda is giving a lot of lectures, and Fredrik, you have met in the welcome video and lectures from previous years, and we'll see how much he contributes to our live sessions, of course. There are a few others that I haven't put here that you will meet in the lab, for instance, Tobias, who will introduce you to 3D printing, and other people that will make appearances at our live streams. And of course, we have a great team of teaching assistants. Look out for the TA badge in their username on Discord, so you know who it is. And David then is a research engineer in the lab, and a very, very good IoT engineer that will oversee all the workshops and TAs. So remember that face. And yes, now to the most important part, if you want to pass, is the examination components. They will be available to you once you log in to Canvas. Those are the quizzes. Quizzes are there just to sort of see that you looked through the material, the lectures. They're not very complicated, and basically just do it. It's a pass or fail. It's okay if you use basically Google and whatever to answer these questions. It's okay to retake them many times. It's basically just a sanity check to know that you are on track on the course material. And but they are mandatory. you have to complete them all before the deadline. So just a check. Then practical project complexity level. So this is an examination moment. It means that we are grading you based on that. Here, if you scroll down, here are the project complexity levels. I think we can go through that. And if we go for the grade C, good but not amazing, solid pass, it means that you're okay with just using the starting kit, or whatever is your version of the starting kit. So 1 microcontroller and 1 or 2 of this very basic traditional sensors, temperature, humidity, and then using Wi-Fi for connectivity and getting data. So straightforward problem, following the already existing template of the project that we will provide you with. The same goes for the documentation. So if we go here, the next thing here is the written report, right? This is the template on that is available on HackMD. You can also see it. You can also make it on GitHub as an alternative. There are instructions on how to do that. There is also a walkthrough of this tutorial. I will also add to the playlist by Fredrik. Not much has changed here from the previous year. So here's how to create it, and here's a template, and here's a tutorial on how to build a temperature and humidity sensor and connect it to everything, right? So basically explain what you have done, how you did it, and so on. And that's it. And that's what you need to do. There are things marked with a star here. These are, if you are aiming for a more advanced grade, you will have to do them. Otherwise, okay, I have used Wi-Fi, everything's great. Don't have to explain much more than that, right? All right. Next examination moment is oral presentation. All of these things are mandatory, all six. But then the ambition level is different. So you will have to conduct an oral presentation of your project. And you can do it in two formats, again, depending on for which grade you're aiming for. We'll talk about this later. There are also guides on what is a good oral presentation. One point here, again, if you're aiming for a more advanced grade in the template, you will also have to record a video. So not only present to one of the teachers, but also make a public recorded presentation and put it up somewhere in Vimeo or YouTube. And think of like all of this hardware tinkering projects that you can find on HackMD or other resources. They often have this visual walkthrough. Okay, this is how I put it together. This is like how I connect everything. Here you press a button, something happens. Great success, something like that. Peer review, number 5, already mentioned that. It's important for you to get feedback before your final submission. Sometimes can be something that you have missed, and it's also important to give feedback to others. So this is a check to sort of see that everyone is on track, but also to practice written communication about the concepts in the course. Again, mandatory, and look at the deadlines for that. Number 6 is active participation. Again, this is a pretty large course, and everyone has their own commitments, as many of you have families, jobs, and whatever why you're picking the course, but we will strongly like to encourage active participation. And while we won't be officially tracking who is online on our live workshops or seeing like if you have watched the video or clicked a certain emoji on Discord, we have ways to to see if you have been active. We have Discord statistics and teachers and teaching assistants that are constantly present in the course. They will know your face, and they will they will know if you have been active or not. And while it can't be maybe it is still subjective, it can swing your grade from B to A or from C to B. Maybe you have done a pretty standard project, but it's exceptionally well documented, and you also managed to help out a lot of people during the course. Oh yeah, maybe it's a B, because we have seen that you have a deeper understanding of the subject, and the same for from B to A. So please basically be an active contributor. We will also reward the top 10 Discord contributors. And I will talk about it later when the course starts. Engage in discussions, ask questions. All of this is counted, and but indeed not. I wrote it in mandatory, but in practice, you will understand we don't have a formal way of keeping track of this, and it's also easy to abuse it. Like, okay, if it's mandatory, I'm going to write a bot that posts gifs into a random channel on Discord or something like that. So please don't do that either. It's not gonna help. So that's just yeah. This is basically a subjective active participation moment here. If we talk more about project complexity levels, so if you're aiming for a grade higher than C, please think about it already now at the beginning of the course, and present and discuss your project with a teaching assistant no later than 3 weeks after the course starts. And please do it earlier. You can approach us at the workshop sessions, at the live sessions, in Discord, in public channels, pretty much anywhere, but please approach one of the teachers or teaching assistants and ask, I want to do this with this hardware. Do you think it's a B or an A project? Is it okay? So get the confirmation, and maybe halfway through the course, when you see if it's actually worked out, let us know how it's going, so we can schedule the so-called advanced presentation. So it's here, those who are aiming for a higher grade and have slightly more complex projects get a larger slot for presentation, which we need to schedule and account for. So this is why this is here. Basically, if you only at the end of the course, the day before, says, oh, I actually want an A, I think my project is level 3, and we're like, oh, sorry, we can't, we already scheduled all the presentations, it will be difficult. So it just creates unnecessary friction in planning. So please avoid that. Profile projects with grades A and B, so more complex, also can end up in our Hall of Fame of good examples. And here's also a good web page to kind of explore, to see what have people built in previous years. There are a lot of nice projects here. Plant Pointers, this IoT smartwatch, is one of my personal favorites. Let's see when it opens. So what is this level 2 and 3? I tried to specify it as clear as possible. So basically, from going from C to B or level 1 to 2, what you need to do is to use sensors that are not included in the starting kit. So not just a temperature and humidity project. All right. And multiple sensors, which is at least 2 then. So not only temperature and humidity, maybe something else, right? And then to go to level 3, combine even more sensors, or do something which requires more programming, so like a more complex automation problem. Advanced sensors or like machine learning modules also count for grade A. So if you manage to incorporate that. More advanced data analysis from even the basic sensors. So like, for instance, if you are implementing an IoT smartwatch, so like a wearable device, this is a circuit playground from Arduino, already not a standard microcontroller, and that has already a lot of fun sensors here. So this is one of the examples then of an A project. A more advanced assembly also counts for an A. So if you need to solder anything, if you have used 3D printing, and so on. So look for this for the inspiration. Then, of course, it can be difficult for us to to draw the line between different grades. There are always a lot of questions. Why did I get a B? I want an A, and so on. So again, I have tried to add as much detail as possible about how we are grading. And here is sort of a formula that we basically put in Excel after you have completed different moments of the course, and the teachers have graded these different moments. Here, active participation, for instance, it's still here and accounts for 5%. And we basically quantified with this how much we have seen you in live sessions and in Discord. And again, subjective, but still somewhat quantifiable, but it only contributes 5%. Like the weight to the grade is 5%. The same goes for peer review. It is like pass or fail, but still contributes. Okay, you have done it. And here is the largest part. And here 50% is the project complexity level. So this is why this is important. What are you implementing? What are you doing? What hardware you're using? What problem you're solving? So if it's a real world problem, that can be still pretty simple, but is not solved by some kind of ready-made device, right? So if you, I don't know, it could be you're implementing like a connected bicycle with like a GPS tracking. You want to check if mail has arrived in your mailbox. You're doing a live dashboard of all of your home appliances, or you're automating when your washing machine is starting. So things that you have shown that you're using live, right? So project complexity level, 50% of your grade. Then the quality of the written report, and again, for a higher grade, you have to go for this advanced points, and you can see here how detailed this is, right? So some of the things here. All right. The more detailed, the more well written the tutorial for your project, your written report, 20%, and the oral presentation. So again, if you're aiming for a higher grade, it will be a longer presentation, and it is also how you're presenting, how it went, also has a grade. All right. And here is an example of calculation. Then, if you get this score, this is a solid B. So B is somewhere 80 to 89%, and this is pretty standard grading in European universities. B means that it's about 80% effort on your project. C is 70%, but you can still have a D, and it's a solid pass of the course. And here between C and D, I would say it's the active participation that is the difference. And I also described the difference between E and F. Again, things go differently throughout the course. So maybe things didn't go as you planned, but you still want more time to complement your project and get a pass. That again can be you didn't have enough time to participate. You missed something important in your tutorial. Maybe you have submitted the tutorial and did a peer review, but you didn't have time to do an oral presentation. This is basically an E. It means some of the moments of the course have not been fulfilled. So because of that, you get more time, usually about 2-3 weeks. But since it's summer vacation, it might probably be August. when you get another chance. And then, of course, if several moments of the course haven't been implemented, then unfortunately you get a fail, which means that you have to retake the course completely to resubmit everything. Hopefully won't get that. Yes, so this was it. There's also some objectives of the course here in the bottom. This corresponds to the study plan, the course plan that's officially registered by the university. And here, like, different moments of the course correspond to different objective goals. And again, our goal is to get some fundamental knowledge about IoT, program microcontrollers, sensors, how to gather data from sensors, and different connectivity technologies in Internet of Things. And even basic knowledge of 3D printing. So you don't have to use 3D printing in your project if you don't have access to a 3D printer or something, but will, for the very least, learn the basics of how to do that for prototyping of your cool projects in the future. So that is it. One more time, going back to course syllabus, there are other important links here. One thing that I haven't mentioned is then the lectures. What is different than, besides having course lectures on YouTube that you can follow there, please subscribe to the channel. If it is the case, maybe you don't have a YouTube Premium, there might be some ads even on the live sessions, which is kind of annoying. That's why we are this year doing all the streams through StreamYard. It's an open software. You will just be able to get the link and connect to the live stream, and then even access recording also through the same link. Links will be posted in the schedule, in the calendar here. When you log in, you will see it. Here is also a course outline of different things that will be happening. So you don't have to use YouTube if you don't want to. That's basically the summary. All of the live sessions will also happen through StreamYard. Workshops that are a little more like a meeting with you will happen on Discord. So yeah, more like a hangout. Yes, if you have any more questions, let us know in Discord or prepare them for the kickoff live session on Monday. And see you soon.